What's up, everybody? My name is Justin Nault, and we'll get this out of the way in case this is the first time you're seeing this. I'm a certified nutritional therapist. I'm a certified specialist in sports nutrition. I am the founder of a company called the CLOVIS Culture, and I invented a line of nutritional products called the Perfect Paleo Powder. The other thing that people wanted clarification on last week was dairy. So I mentioned dairy kind of briefly. I don't remember how deep I went in with dairy. There are a lot of people that say dairy is healthy. There are a lot of people that say dairy will kill you. I'm on the kill you side of the fence, but with a caveat. There is healthy dairy. There's healthy dairy, and there's very unhealthy dairy that is basically like poison. And this all happened from basically evolution. So about 2,000 years ago, there was a gene expression that occurred in cows. And it made them stop producing, there's a normal casein protein. Casein is a milk protein. There's casein A2. Casein A2 is what most cows produce, and it's actually what most Eastern European cows produced. So they're producing casein A2. This weird, just genetic change in certain breeds of cows made them start producing casein A1. So now they're segregated as you have dairy that's casein A1, you have dairy that's casein A2. Casein A1 contains a casein lectin protein in the casein A1. So we go back to lectins from lesson number 1, what we just talked about. Lectins, there's also a lectin containing casein A1 milk protein. Now this is a particularly scary lectin because this lectin attacks your pancreas. Now if you don't know what the pancreas does, the pancreas is in charge of insulin production. Insulin is the magic word in what? Type 2 diabetes. So you have this lectin protein containing casein A1 dairy that can attack your pancreas and can literally cause type 2 diabetes. So the funny thing is, if you're lactose intolerant and you move to Europe, you probably won't struggle with dairy. You really won't. It's mostly A2 cows out there. Now Americans, we do mostly feedlot stuff, and all the feedlot cattle is dairy, is casein A1 dairy. So you really want to avoid it. It's straight up poison. And I talked about dairy, like KerryGold grass-fed butter. I'm a big fan of KerryGold grass-fed butter. Now this comes from cows in Ireland. They are A2 cows, and the butter creation process removes most of the casein anyway. Removes most of the casein, removes most of the lactose. So lactose intolerant people usually are okay with something like a grass-fed butter. The other option that you have, and to be clear, you can get casein A2 dairy. Whole Foods, I think Turnip Truck here in Nashville has it, Trader Joe's, places like that. You can find A2 dairy. So if you have a problem with dairy, there are so many people that I've gotten their diet clean. I don't get this, but I've gotten their diet clean, and they have like eczema or something. So they're still having like an autoimmune response. They do not want to give up dairy. Cheese. It's always cheese, man. People love cheese. They love their milk. They don't want to give it up. I get it. So the other thing that I suggest to them is if you can't find A2 dairy, you want to try to hunt down dairy that's from goat's milk or sheep's milk. And nothing drives me more crazy than when I say switch from cows to goat milk or sheep milk and people go, ew, that's gross. I don't want to have goat milk. That's gross. Have you ever seen a cow udder? Really? Like in real life, you ever seen a cow udder? It's gross. Like you're drinking this, what milk is milk, right? It doesn't taste different. If I gave you goat cheese or sheep cheese next to cow cheese or whatever, you're not gonna know the difference. You're just not. It's not a big deal. So that's the biggest thing you can do. If you don't want to give up dairy, try giving up dairy. Give it up for like 30 days, really, just do away with it. And if you absolutely love it, you want to keep your dairy, then go with A2 dairy. If you can hunt it down, it's probably not going to be at like a Kroger or something like that. It's probably going to be at a health food grocer where you can find A2 dairy, goat's milk, sheep's milk, grass-fed butter, KerryGold. Like I said, KerryGold also makes cheese. So there is such a thing as grass-fed cheese from grass-fed cows. KerryGold cheese is delicious. It's probably my favorite cheese that I've ever had. So you can hunt down KerryGold cheese, you can hunt down KerryGold butter, you can hunt down A2 dairy, you can hunt down goat's milk, sheep's milk, dairy. That's a crash course on dairy. So I know the dairy thing's kind of tricky. I just wanted to explain it the best way that I could. It's very important. It really, really is. It's one of the worst offenders for food sensitivities in America today, and people don't want to give it up, and I don't understand that mindset. If something's making you sick, just be done with it.